I have no idea how I'm going to do this recap in 5 minutes. Oh my God. Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to another 5-minute Mandalorian recap with Jedimanda. And today is the day! Today is the day, kids! Oh, jeez. Finally, episode 13. The episode that all of us were just really hyping to get to. All of us, meaning I guess me, I don't know. Was anybody else really hyped for this episode? Tell me in the comments if you were, because I have been waiting for so long. It's here. Ahsoka Tano's episode is finally here. So I'm going to do my best to try to keep it in our 5-minute timer. I have notes here that I'm going to touch on and go through a little bit to hope I can get it all in one package, because as further as we get into Mandalorian stuff, the more I'm realizing that these episodes are getting thicker and there's more plot stuff and there's just more everything. So the 5 minutes is going to get increasingly difficult. If you are new here, hi, hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Jedimanda. I do 5-minute Mandalorian recaps, as well as talk about Star Wars and cosplay and sewing and all the other cool stuff. Now that the intro stuff is out of the way, let's talk about this episode. Okay, we are at chapter 13. Should start the timer. Okay, and 5 minutes, here we go. So, we are at chapter 13. The chapter is called The Jedi, and I can't believe we're saying this, but we finally have Ahsoka Tano freaking in live action. Holy cow, it's Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. So let's start immediately the episode. We are on this Corvus planet, and it is extremely desolate and fire-ridden and really ashy, and it's really foggy, and then all of a sudden Ahsoka just comes out of nowhere with these white lightsabers that are her Rebels lightsabers that I just love, and just starts slicing people and trees in half. And I squeal. Here's the reaction that I had of that. Here it is, right here. Yeah, pretty accurate. I squealed. That whole opening scene was the best part of this whole episode, in my opinion. The fog, the ninja-like movements, the turning off and on of her lightsabers to hide herself was so freaking cool. And the sounds, the sound editing and the sound quality and everything of the sounds of this episode were just the best. I loved it. We even snuck in her little Ahsoka theme when she got up to the gates of the village, where we met the magistrate and her cronies, which one of my biggest qualms of this episode was something so small, but it's a person like me that would figure it out. It's the magistrate's wig wasn't good. And I don't like to say wasn't good, because many artists and people worked on this whole episode and they did an amazing job, but like the hairline was just off, and I just thought her look was a little off, but I dug it, but just a little off. I don't have much to say negatively about this episode, to be honest. You can find that elsewhere on the internet, but this is going to be a very positive review of the episode. I really loved this episode. It was so samurai, ninja, martial artsy. I really dug it, man. Okay, back in. So now we get Space Daddy and Baby Yoda landing on Corvus, finding Ahsoka. That little meetup that they have at the beginning where they find each other, and she gets caught by his little, the twisting batarang thing, and then she throws him over the tree. Oh my gosh, we're only like 2:30 minutes in, and she has this little smile that's very Ahsoka-like, and I just noticed that, and I was like, mwah, chef's kiss. It was a little Kenobi snarkness, as Maul would say. And this whole episode felt very Studio Ghibli to me in a weird way. Felt like Princess Mononoke. Does anybody else agree to that? Put it in the comments if you'd agree to that. I really feel like that. The town was creepy, but then we move on to the little fireside chat, and we learn the name of the child, and it is Grogu. I'm not yet 100% on the Grogu train. It's kind of weird, but the fact that we learned that the child is from the Jedi Temple on Coruscant, and he has this backstory. I mean, this whole episode was just as much of an Ahsoka episode as it was Grogu, now Baby Yoda. It was a lot of backstory, and learning his side of the story, little baby Grogu, and I thought that was fascinating. I'm very intrigued to see how this is going to go now, because up to this point, it was the whole point of Mando getting to take the baby to a Jedi was kind of done after this episode. You know, his next mission is to find another Jedi, which I honestly think is going to be Ahsoka. I think she kind of pulled a bait and switch on him and was like, go to this temple, because she really needs to find out if the child, Grogu, wants to be a Jedi. And that's the whole point of the temple challenge, I guess, is what he's going to learn the next episode. So that's what I think is going to happen. So moving on, we have a minute left. I'm not going to get through this. The training part I loved because it was a callback to what Rey said in The Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker, but it all starts with rocks, you know, lifting rocks, and the baby, or Grogu had to lift the rock, and then the whole throwing a ball back and forth between Space Daddy and the baby was great because he got so excited and just, I loved it. And the fact that Ahsoka she knew the connection between the two. She knows the feeling that they have for each other, and she's like, I'm not gonna train you, but I'm gonna help you out if you help me with my side quest. Another side quest. So we move on to the village. I thought the fight was really cool. It wasn't my favorite. The choreography between the Magistrate and Ahsoka was pretty cool. I really dug. It felt like Kill Bill to me, the fight between Uma Thurman and Lucy Liu in Kill Bill Volume 1, the Crazy 88 scene. 5 minutes. Damn. Okay. Well, I'm catching it up a little bit, but it felt very Kill Bill to me, and I really loved it. I thought that was cool. But then the next big thing happened. Thrawn. She asks where Thrawn is, and I'm still over here trying to figure out how he survived the hyperspace travel with the Purgu and Ezra, and now this whole series is coming to be aside to the ending for Rebels, which I don't like. I really feel like The Mandalorian needs to stay The Mandalorian, and I do think it will. I think personally this is a whole setup for Ahsoka's new show, or another spin-off for Rebels, because that's been talked about, you know, ending that, and I'm trying to figure that in the whatever. But I feel like that's for that. I don't know. If anything, we might see Thrawn drop into this this series and then drop out. I still believe that The Mandalorian is about The Mandalorian and Moff Gideon and his whatever he's doing, and then the people that we meet. I don't think Ahsoka and Ezra and Thrawn are going to take over this series like they did in Rebels. I think it's separate, even though everybody's kind of talking online that it's, oh no, you know, other Star Wars characters are coming in. We're going to get the Skywalker saga again, and I don't think that's going to happen. I really believe that The Mandalorian is going to stay the way it is. And I do not want the Skywalker saga to touch this series. So there's my feelings on that. Wrapping up the episode a little bit more. Let's see. We got the Jedi robe drop, which I dug, very Obi-Wan Kenobi of Ahsoka before she fought the Magistrate. We got the Mandalorian saving everybody, which I loved. It was just kind of funny to see them listening to the fight behind them, and they were just kind of in a weird standoff. Town is saved and off to another adventure. So of course Ahsoka, you know, said what she said, but I really loved this episode. I thought it was very well produced. I thought the action was fun, the set was really cool, the costumes, Ahsoka's costume, I have a whole nother video on that here in the cards, or whenever it premieres the day after this video, where we are going to break down Ahsoka Tano's costume and analysis and talk about the types of tones and colors and fabric choices and everything. So, because I'm making that outfit, guys. I love it, but I don't want to go into her outfit more here. So this is the 5-minute Mando recap. It's more like 10 minutes now. Sorry about that. But I want to hear your opinions on this whole episode. What did you think about Chapter 13, The Jedi? I loved it. Top 5 for me. I loved the sound. Ahsoka, of course. The fighting. That opening scene was one of the best scenes of the Mandalorian series yet. Fantastic. Loved the episode. I have no idea well, I know where we're going next. We're going to that Jedi temple, which I still feel like is Ahsoka that's going to come help and train the baby Grogu. I really hope it's not Luke or Ezra. because I hope it's a new Jedi that escaped Order 66 that we never have heard of or known, you know? That'd be really cool. So those are my hopes, and those are my loves of Chapter 13 of the Mandalorian series. Tell me your thoughts below. I'd love to hear them. What did you think of Ahsoka? Let me know. So yeah, that wraps up this week's episode. If you like Star Wars, Mandalorian, Ahsoka Tano, cosplay, and sewing, that is what my channel is all about. So please subscribe to it. And until next time, bye y'all.